What's up, guys, and welcome to JNO United, and welcome to the last episode of the West Ham World on JNO United. Yes, it's come to the end. Football Manager is no longer going to be on this channel after this episode, and we're ending it with the last two games of the season against Everton at home and then Tottenham, and depending on results, we could potentially be in Europe next year.
In a parallel universe, West Ham United decided that Slaven Bilic wasn't the right man to lead West Ham to glory at the London Stadium. Instead, they chose this man.
Hi there, my name is JNO.
So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the West Ham World once again. And in case you weren't aware from the last episode, and in case that intro made no sense to you, we are moving the West Ham World to my other channel, my Football Manager focused channel, JNO FM. JNO United, after this very episode right now, will be FPL focused only. So make sure to go and subscribe to that channel. There'll be a link in the description down below to carry on watching the West Ham World. But let's get on into the episode and let's see how we have done since you were with us with the last two games against Leicester City and Crystal Palace. As you can see, we then had the game against Manchester United in the Euro Cup at home and we drew 1-1. We then just completely collapsed against Sunderland. We were at one point winning 1-0. Then we went 2-1 down in the space of 2 minutes. Then we pulled it back to 2-2. And then again in 2 minutes we conceded another 2. Defence was shocking. We have had a lot of injuries, a lot of people out with suspensions, so we weren't playing the strongest side we ever played, but this was against a Sunderland side that are around the same place as us in the table, and we just collapsed against them. Then we had the game away against Man United at Old Trafford. We went 1-0 up and it looked like we were going through. And then in the dying moments, Man United managed to score 2. They move on in the Euro Cup, and now we only have the Premier League to focus on. A 2-0 win against Burnley had us looking good to catch up with Chelsea. We then somehow lost to Hull. I put the game on play, went to go do something in the kitchen, saw my daughter touch my computer, told her no, she moved on, came back, the whole game had gone. It hadn't paused at half time and we'd lost 1-0. So my daughter hasn't quite got the hang of Football Manager just yet, but we'll get her there. Then we had a home game against Man United in the Premier Division and we got our revenge. We won 2-1. Which puts us in great position into these last two games, and we could make sure we still have European football at the London Stadium next year. Because if we look at the table right now, we are 7th, which I really didn't think I'd be saying. We are 1 point clear of Chelsea, 2 points clear of Sunderland, with 2 more games to play. If we can make sure we get at least 1 win and a draw, maybe 2 wins to be 100% sure, we could get this 7th place spot, and I think that gives us European football, which would be fantastic. So we are playing Everton today, who are 12th. Don't really have anything to play for, which hopefully comes into our advantage. We will be playing with Jefferson in goal as usual, with Cresswell now back from injury, Byram on the right, Iorfa and Ogbonna are our 2 central defenders. Iorfa is Young Player of the Month as well. Van Ginkel, Ozan Tufan and Lanzini are the midfielders, with Caleri, Guidetti and Payet up front. Payet recently asked to be transferred away because we haven't got Champions League football, but then decided we've been playing quite well, so he would like to stay. So who knows what's going to happen with Dimitri Payet over the summer. But then we are playing Everton, hopefully picking up a victory against Robles in goal. Robles, oh dear. We've got Oviedo at left back, Coleman at right back, Williams and Jagielka as the 2 central defenders, Barry and McCarthy just sitting in front of them, with Cleverley looking pretty lonely in that midfield, with Balassi and Lennon either side of Lukaku up top. Everton at home, it's the type of game I want to be winning now that we've gone on quite a decent run, but for some reason we've not been as consistent as I would have liked recently. Got the latest scores here, so are Chelsea playing today? I can't see the Chelsea game. Either way, we want to put pressure on them and get a victory. I am not commentating because I'm sorting out my boxes and Payet scores. My team need to stop scoring so early while I'm not paying attention, because it makes me look bad. I don't like it, really. But it's great that we're scoring. It's great Dimitri Payet is starting to perform again, because he had a bit of a spell where he wasn't really putting in the effort. Ozan Tufan crosses it, Guidetti nods it onto the back post, and Payet volleys it in. Keeper can't keep it out. We are 1-0 up. Just the start we wanted. Sunderland obviously are winning as well. Barini has scored in the first minute for them, so we need this victory to stay ahead of Sunderland. Both of us have now leapfrogged Chelsea, who are not playing today. So we need to make sure to keep winning, because Sunderland are hot on our heels. It would have really helped if we could have beaten them, but they just blitzed us in the game we played against them. Alright, so now Caleri has the ball. Now I'm paying attention. We probably won't score, but Dimitri Payet holds up the ball, plays it out to Cresswell. Lanzini is in the middle. Lanzini has been great for us this season. Caleri out to Byron, back to Lanzini. Lanzini, again, just dribbling with the ball. He's so comfortable on it. Byron with a great cross, and Guidetti gets on the end of it. 2-0. We are coasting, hopefully. Guidetti has been on fire in this formation. As a complete forward with 2 false nines either side of him, he is loving life. And I think I've said that too many times before. Byron is coming into his own as a right back. What another great volley. And Everton haven't even had a shot on goal yet, and we are 2-0 up. And you'll notice, especially Ayosh Falo, I tried to put an accent on that. You'll notice my face, it looks alright right now, doesn't it? During the day, light from the window, not too bad. It's when I film at night, and unfortunately sometimes I have to record at night. I've got no other choice. And yes, I look like an orange. I am hoping to get a bracket for my camera that will put a light just above it, which will hopefully be far enough away from my face that everything will be good. But we shall see. But it is really annoying. I hate the fact that, like, one of the things I try and make sure is the video quality is as good as possible, because I like my face to look good. But yeah, I've been looking like an orange recently, and I apologise for that. I seem to lose confidence. Guidetti, don't do this to me. Come on. There we go, happy again. But yeah, at the moment I've got a very bright softbox, which right now is working perfectly. It's a bit of shadow behind me because it's off to an angle. I don't have space to have one the other side, which would be ideal. But at night time, I don't know if it's too close or just because there's no other light in the room, but I get orange face. Alright, so we've got Caleri on a 6.9. He can come off for Ayew. Then we've got Tufan, can come off for Palumbo. Only reason we're giving him game time is because we do want to keep him, just because he's such a great shooter. His personality is like born leader or charismatic leader. I'd like to pass that trait on to someone, but either way he's going to give people good mental stats when he shoots them. So that's why we've got players like him in the squad. Payet now has the ball to Lanzini. Lanzini looks at Caleri but can't play it over Oviedo. Lanzini just takes too long on the ball there, gets tackled. Everton could have a counter here. This is where Riedewald and Ogbonna would have sweeped it up, but without them, that's what happens. And this is what's annoying me with the team at the moment. We are playing good football. We are winning games when, you know, we want to be winning games, but I've had 22 shots, 10 on target. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target. They've scored. I've only scored 2. Now, I don't know if that's just the players playing in this formation, not making the most of the opportunities, but with that many chances, I would have hoped to have scored 3 or 4 by now. And with that many chances for Everton, I'd have hoped to have kept them out, which hasn't happened. Van Ginkel is looking a bit tired, so we'll bring on Odegaard, purely because hopefully we can bring him in at some point, so we want to keep him relatively happy. We just need to hold on and make sure we keep this victory to stay ahead of Sunderland. Do not get countered now by Everton, please. Where are my defenders? Defenders, get back. Looks like they're pushing on. They've changed formation, in fact. I didn't notice that. Have I noticed way too late? Get your head on that, someone. Byram, what have you done? Byram, no. Jefferson, this is your moment to be a hero. 91st minute. This will put us on 55 points. Our goal difference is better than Sunderland, but then we're away against Tottenham. Jefferson, you absolute beauty. Now clear it. Thank you. Just hold on now. Oh. Jefferson. All the things I said bad about you at the beginning of this series, I take it all back. I take it all back. You've been amazing. You've come in, you've tutored some of my younger goalkeepers. I love you. I now love you, Jefferson. You lovely Brazilian goalkeeper. Blow the whistle, ref. Just blow the whistle. And there we go. We have won that game 2-1 and someone's at the door. I'm back. Did you miss me? Yeah, package delivered for someone that I live with. I'm off track now. Great. Okay, so we've won 2-1. That's the most important thing. Jefferson comes in with a massive save for us with that penalty save. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. We needed it. We are now still in 7th place. Sunderland have obviously won their game. If Chelsea win their game, they'll be on 56 points. So we will need a win, most likely, against Spurs. Which means we need to be a lot more lethal in front of goal. Anyway, on to Spurs and on to White Hart Lane. Okay, so we are going into this massive game against Tottenham Hotspurs, and unfortunately we've got some bad news. Guidetti asked to discuss personal matters. He wants to join Man City. Now, I'm pretty sure he was at Man City before, and I'm not sure it went that well for him the first time. Yep, he was there 2012, 2013, 2013, 2014. According to the game, no games at all. 2014, 2015, no games. Went to Celtic, did pretty well. Went to Celta Vigo, did pretty well. Come to West Ham, 25 appearances, 16 goals. Apart from at Feyenoord, that is the best he's ever done in his career, and he wants to go back to Man City. Cheers, mate. After all I've done for you, I even put you on one of my thumbnails. You want to go back to Man City. Anyway, as you can see, we are not favourites for this game, and we are 7th, but we are only 1 point clear of Chelsea, who won their game, and 2 points clear of Sunderland. So if this doesn't go our way, we could end up the season 9th, which would be really disappointing after all the battling back we did in the second half of the season. I still can't believe Guidetti's just gone and done that to me. That's treason. If this was Game of Thrones, he'd be dead. He would. You know it. Alright, so we need a victory to secure our 7th place spot, which is all about money in the Premier League. So can we actually get a good performance in here against White Hart Lane, against Tottenham Hotspurs at White Hart Lane, one of our biggest rivals? We need the victory. Spurs will want the victory to try and get 2nd place off of Man United and to make sure they keep 3rd. So this is a big game for both clubs. Who are Sunderland playing? Sunderland playing Everton, and Everton are winning 1-0, which is good for us. And Chelsea are losing to Stoke, which is also good for us. So at the moment, we don't need to win. I mean, it'd still be nice to win, they're our rivals, but we don't need to win. This would be a great time for our boys to really put in a performance. But last game of the season is just one of those things, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen. We are now also losing. So we need Sunderland and Chelsea to stay behind as well. All 3 of us are losing 1-0. Eriksen gets the ball out wide on the left. Crosses it into Kane. Too easy for them. Too easy. I want to get rid of these though. This shouldn't be happening. I don't want that. Oh wow, we're 2-0 down as well. Hide pitch windows. Those shouldn't be showing. They shouldn't be showing during the highlights, but they clearly are. Sorry about that. Why they're doing that, I don't know, but it's just bobbling around the box. And then where is Jefferson standing? Where on earth are you standing, Jefferson? Sort your life out. Show some passion, boys. Where's the fight? Where is the fight that this team has started to show? It's just disappeared. Just switch off, you absolute. Alright, we've rescued that. Can we rescue it again? Can't do it with Dimitri. So, Everton are winning 2-0 now. Chelsea are still losing 1-0. So all of this is irrelevant right now, but if Chelsea score, I'm not sure if the goal difference is better. Ogbonna has given away a free kick. I thought he was going to get sent off. We are being absolutely dominated in this game. Stop playing it out of defence. More direct passing. Let's get that ball forward and try and get a goal. Right, Calorie heads it on to Guidetti. Control it there. You had space. So, looks like, especially if this goes in, hits the post. Looks like this is going to be a very disappointing and almost soul-crushing end to the JNO United West Ham world in Season 1, because Tottenham Hotspurs are destroying us. They are going for that second place. Man United are winning as well though, so it doesn't help them. Sunderland are still losing. Chelsea is still losing. But this isn't how I'd like to wrap up a series on a channel with such a massive, massive defeat. Doesn't exactly move things over to JNO FM in the best mindset, does it? When we get destroyed by our rivals 3-0. At least we're away, so it's not at the London Stadium. But just our boys have shown nothing in this game. We've not had a highlight. We do not seem to be winning tackles. Although Cresswell wins the ball there, gets it to Van Ginkel. Could it be some massive late comeback? We do have half an hour. Oh, I'm dreaming, aren't I? Chelsea still losing though. Sunderland still losing. So we might keep second place in the most undeserving manner possible. Did I say second? I hope I said seventh. Calorie now has the ball coming forward to Lanzini. Come on Lanzini, come on Zaza. We've actually scored against the run of play. Probably don't deserve it. But you know what, I'll take it. A lifeline for us here. Just 2 more and, you know, we can forget that first half. Maybe I'll even say I forgot to record it or something. Zaza comes in, maybe his last game, seeing as he's on loan. Zaza comes and scores against Spurs. Could we pull something back here? We're praying Chelsea don't score. Everton look comfortable against Chelsea have scored. Hazard has scored. We are now both on 57 points. My goal difference is going to go down 2. Don't know what Chelsea's goal difference is off the top of my head. It's going to come down to the wire between us and Chelsea for 7th place. Don't concede again. We want to keep our goal difference as good as possible. It looks like our goal difference is better, so we may keep 7th place unless Chelsea score again, and they have 10 minutes to score again to grab that 7th from us. We just have no answer for them. We did have one good counter-attack, which Zaza managed to put away. But other than that, we have just been absolutely dominated in this game. But this second half of the season, at the end of the day, the way we've got to look at it is we were doing awful in the first half of the season. We've pulled it back. We've got a new contract. Our team are playing decently. We beat Chelsea. We beat Arsenal, who are the champions. And if Zaza plays it to pay it, and Ayew puts that away with a lob. Boys, what's happening? Andre Ayew with a lovely lob there. What a goal. Could we possibly get a point? We're just 1 goal away from getting a point. What? That might even be goal of the season for us. That is ridiculous, Andre Ayew. Absolutely ridiculous. Can we get another counter? We just need to win the ball and counter quick. Great save, Jefferson, keeping us in the game. I can't believe we're even in the game, but keeping us in the game. Can we get a last gasp goal, which will guarantee us 7th place? At least our goal difference now is only going down by 1. Jefferson catches the ball there. You need to get that out quickly, distribute it quickly, get the ball forward. Great ball to Zaza. Zaza finds Ayew. Wanyama, go away. Don't do that to me. Right, I think it's going to be full time. We're going to lose 3-2, but compared to what it could have been, this is respectable. This is very respectable scoreline compared to what it could have been. Sunderland definitely lost 2-0. Looks like Chelsea drew, which means we could have kept 7th. Yeah, Chelsea have a -3 goal difference. Partly helped by that time we thrashed them, which was on the channel, which was nice. Our goal difference is as good as Bournemouth's above us. And the teams below us, their goal difference was nowhere near. So we have kept 7th place, which I think gives us Euro Cup again. Although, does it mean we're playing those stupid qualifying games again? Because it kind of disrupts pre-season. Alright, so West Ham given 26.03 million for achieving 7th in the Premiership. You know what? Wrapping up the series, I am happy with 7th place. I really didn't think we'd get anywhere near 7th place with the way the series started. So, at the end of the day, that is a really good end to our season and a good end to the series on this channel. If you want to join us in the West Ham world, moving on into the 2nd season, make sure to go and subscribe to JNO FM. Link is in the description, where we will continue this journey with the West Ham world. And the requirements we're going to put on ourselves moving on is to try and build a very heavily English or British side. Because of Brexit, you know it's going to come at some point. We don't know what kind of Brexit is going to be imposed on the game. But we want to build some brilliant English youngsters up, have a good English core, because at the moment we don't have a good English core, and then still go on and win Premierships and European trophies. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always. Thank you for being along for the ride of the FM content on this channel. It is going to continue, like I said, on JNO FM, but this is the last Football Manager video ever to be on JNO United. It's been a fun journey from the network save mid-table clash with Curtioy, Dave and Gingy X, to the PSV patrol, to Evolve in England, and even to return to glory for Manchester United and this West Ham world. We've had success in pretty much every single save. This is probably the save where I've done the least in a season, but it's looking promising moving forward. So come join us on JNO FM. I've been JNO, you've been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.